Kansas, by God. Here's a list of just a few of the organizations and people that Kansas spawned. Eugene Debs, the IWW, the UAW, the Farmers Alliance, the Farmer Labor Party, and sockless Jerry Simpson. 1896 was a pivotal year for the original populist movement, the election year between William Jennings Bryan and William McKinley. Now, he might have lost in 1896, but a lot of the populist message and a lot of what the farmers wanted was put into law by Franklin Delano Roosevelt's New Deal. About 100 years after William Jennings Bryan's defeat in 1896, you had the 1996 Freedom to Farm Act, ending all of those New Deal protections that the populists put in place to protect farmers. 1996 was the era of Bill Clinton's New Democrats. The Democratic Party needed to shift away from its traditional base of labor unions and the people and all that economic talk, and instead court the same large business interests and upper middle class to very wealthy donors that the Republican Party typically catered to. Now, as Thomas Frank wrote, from the left they hear nothing, but from the cons, that is the conservatives, they get an explanation for it all. The basic point being that once you take economics out of politics, all that's left is social issues, and the social issues on the right are a lot more compelling to the American public. So the idea of this book, What's the Matter with Kansas, is explaining why the middle of the country has decided that the Democratic Party is completely not something that's able to live up to their interests. Thomas Frank brings up a whole bunch of different reasons for this. The biggest one being that you divorce business from politics. You stop there from being any kind of an actual marriage between political movements and basic material interests of the population. And instead, what you replace it with is a faith-based system, a version of Christianity where the hardworking people, the salt of the earth, they're able to take this. You know, they can take whatever lumps get given to them by life because the system is fundamentally correct. What that means is liberalism becomes something else. It becomes something based on social issues, not economic class. As Frank writes, the symbols of aristocracy have to be trashed so that the real lives of the aristocracy might be made ever more comfortable. To finish off the point, for decades, Americans have experienced a populist uprising that only benefits the people it is supposed to be targeting. They are massing at the gates of Mission Hills, hoisting the black flag, and while the millionaires tremble in their mansions, they are bellowing out their terrifying demands. "We are here," they scream, "to cut your taxes." I swear to God, I didn't, the book was like this when I got it from the library.